Now I want this the entire paragraph, every paragraph to be to start from the left side, but keeping a 10 mm gap from the left side. So this also, the first line indent, what I do is I will keep it as 20. See, now all the lines are starting from the left side, but with a gap of 10 mm, with a gap of 20 mm. Okay, see, this is 20 mm. This is the paragraph text. This is the paragraph border, you can say text border, and you see the 10 mm gap here, 20 mm gap. Sorry, this is a 20 mm gap. So now again I will bring it to its original position. Now this is right line alignment. Now if I click on this, if I increase the size, the right side of every of all the text creates a gap of 20 mm. You see, this is the right side. The right side, it has created a 20 mm gap from the right side. Decrease it to 10. Now it has the 20 mm size has changed to 10 mm. The gap in between this line from the right side has decreased to 10 mm. So again I will bring it to 0. So now the alignment from left and right side are exact from where the paragraph starts. Okay, there is no gap in between. So since all these things are, all the figure here and 0, there is no gap on the left or right side within the paragraph. So now this the next command is this, you see here, this is the percentage of character points or percentage of point size. This is mention the sizes. Like if you you see, for example, if you want to change the size through millimeters or through centimeters or through inches, the same in the same way it does this particular thing. It does the same kind of job. Suppose if you want to change the size of the increase or decrease the size of this particular text, or to increase or decrease the size of the paragraph spacing or the text spacing, you can do it through by percentage of character height, or through points, or percentage of point size. This way you can do. So by default it is percentage of character height. Now you see here I have there are 3 paragraphs. You can see these 3 paragraphs. This is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. First we will see line spacing. Now this is by default it is 100, and suppose if I increase the size to 200, you see there is a line spacing. Since I have kept my cursor on first paragraph, anywhere on the first paragraph, it has created a 200% spacing in between the lines. Okay, so this is the line spacing. Now suppose if I want the entire text to have a spacing, if I want to change the entire text line spacing, what I do is I'll select the entire text by pressing Ctrl A. Okay, this Ctrl A is to select the entire text. Keep the cursor anywhere in the paragraph, anywhere in the text here, and press Ctrl A and increase the size. I'll keep it as 150. See, the line spacing has increased. See, only the line spacing has increased, but the paragraph spacing has not increased. The paragraph spacing is the same. It hasn't changed. Okay, this is the paragraph where it ends, and the next paragraph is here. This is the next paragraph, and this is the first paragraph where it ends. This is the second paragraph, and in between this in between the gap here is this is the gap of first and second paragraph. Okay, this is the gap between 2 paragraphs. So that hasn't changed, only the line spacing has changed, because we have changed only the line spacing. Okay, now I'll bring it to its original position. That is 100. If I keep it as 0, it doesn't accept, because the minimum spacing is 100. See, if I keep it as 1, the entire text overlaps with each other, because there is no space between the lines. So that's the reason it is the first line is overlapping the second line, the second line again, third line is overlapping the second line. In that way each line is overlapping with each other, because there is no space between the lines. Okay, if I increase the size, to 50%. See, again there is a slight I'll select the entire text first and then I'll put the figure. This I'll put as 50. See, now you see each of the text is overlapping with the other text. See, the first line, the second line is slightly overlapping the first line, the third line is slightly overlapping the second line. That way it continues, because I kept it as 50%. That's the half of the default line spacing. So if I keep it as 100, this is the perfect line spacing. It creates the exact line spacing which is required to view the line clearly. So here what I do is I'll select the entire text first, then I'll change. I'll put it as 100%. Now you can view the text, the entire text. You can this is readable actually, you can see. Now we have seen the line spacing. Now we have seen how to increase or decrease the line space. Okay, now the next is the paragraph space. There are two options for paragraph space. First one is before paragraph space. This is before paragraph spacing, and this is after paragraph spacing. Okay, let's start with before paragraph spacing. Okay, now see, I'll keep this cursor anywhere in the first paragraph. Or to make you simpler to understand, what I do is I'll keep my cursor at the end of the paragraph. Okay, you can do it either of the way. Keep your cursor in between the paragraph, any of the paragraph, first, second or third, or at the end of the paragraph. I'll increase the paragraph size. So by default it is 100%. I'll increase it to 200%. Okay, I have increased it to 200%, but you won't find any changes here, because my I have increased the paragraph space before paragraph spacing. So before paragraph spacing I have increased the size. So here since I have increased before paragraph spacing, you won't find any change, because there is no paragraph before this particular paragraph. This is the first paragraph, there is no paragraph before this. So that's the reason you're not seeing any changes here. Now if you want to see the changes of before paragraph spacing, first what I'll do is I'll bring it to its original 100%. I'll keep my cursor, go to second paragraph. Okay, I'll keep my cursor anywhere in second paragraph, and then I'll increase the before paragraph spacing. See, I increase it to 200%. Now you see there's a paragraph space being created. That is because this is the first paragraph is before the second paragraph, and there is a space. Now you see there is a paragraph space between the second and the first paragraph. This is what before paragraph spacing does.